Kevin Phillips. Bong.
That was you. I just had to do that, guys.
Yeah. Excellent. Sharp.
Oh, dear me. Sorry. That was the Dreaming Tree, and I'm sorry, I just love that song. It's absolutely fantastic. Corner of a circle, and of course, it sounded a bit like a Hammond in the middle there, Steve, but never mind. That's fantastic. Anyway, as I said, we've got a message in from the mailboard, and it sums up exactly how I think the whole music industry should look at the Dreaming Tree and lots of other bands out there. And it's a nice, short, simple message. It says, "Why do they have to sound like anyone else? Originality is very refreshing."
Definitely,
absolutely cannot argue with that.
Totally agree.
And that is, you know.
Who was that?
It's left no name, unfortunately.
Oh, no, well, no name. That was a great comment. Thank you.
Anon.
Now we're gonna move on, and you guys have picked another track from the album to play. So why have you gone for this one,
Stevie?
Well, I think this one it kind of tells a story about what we really are. I mean, it's quite a different song. Like I say, all the songs in the album are quite different anyway, but this one, I personally, one of my favourite ones to do. I think at the end especially, it's got a very rich sound, and it brings the whole band together as a unit really well. That's it really.
And we can't recall any Hammond bits whatsoever on this one.
No, at all, no.
I don't think.
I think you might enjoy this one. Actually there is.
Oh, is that? Oh, right.
Really
Scratch that last stuff. Sorry.
Subtly in there though.
There is Hammond in there.
Yeah.
The mark of a true prog band.
Hang on, it's getting busy now. It's always this. When you get towards the end of an interview, don't you? The emails start coming in.
I've already said it'll be my mum asking what time I'm home for tea.
Message for you, then.
Yes.
Jolly good Concord.
Oh dear, I thought you'd like that one. This is coming from Bruce Gall up in Dundee. He's the guy who looks after our synthesizer programme. He does Synth Heaven on a Sunday night. So he says, "Afternoon all, I'm convinced music by the likes of Dreaming Tree and so many other bands around these days, that great days are just around the corner for this kind of music. It's becoming so strong, and there are so many fantastic bands these days that people have to sit up and take notice. The genre is called prog, I guess, but it has changed so much that the title is a bit out of date now." Oh yes. How would the guys describe their music?
Oh, well, that touches perfectly on what we were just talking about off air, wasn't it? Really?
Yeah.
I had a moment of clarity. I think it was with a very big hangover.
Steady.
And I know the word blues doesn't necessarily put across enough information, but pan-dimensional hangover blues
Whoa.
is how I personally would describe what we do.
Pan-dimensional.
Yeah.
Not
Yeah,
Supergrass Cosmic
I'm
Drum
digging
Track.
that.
No. Pan-dimensional hangover blues. Yeah.
I like it.
I'll have to remember that one.
Yeah.
Can that go on the prog archives?
That's it.
Yeah. Bruce goes on, "I do like some metal and plenty of heavy stuff, but the likes of the Dreaming Tree are somewhere in that zone that nobody has come up with a name for." Okay, yeah.
No, I'd agree with that.
Yeah.
And I mean that in a good way. I always think if you become too popular, you lose that magic. And I thought the guys sounded a bit like Erasure. Oh.
That's those sparkly outfits that Chris keeps wearing, obviously. Oh dear.
No, this is only jesting, lads.
I think from the sound point of view, one of the areas I wanted to steal away from as a guitarist was that slight metal sounding guitar that most of the sort of progressive rock bands tend to have adopted, that metally sounding guitar, which I wanted to sort of go back to that more sort of bluesy sound, but more with a bit of sort of crunch and grunge in there as well, you know. But you still got sort of the tones of the era of 70s and stuff like that.
Yeah, overall you're getting back to that stage where it's kind of, what do you define anything as these days? Back in the 60s and 70s, prog was simply that. You knew what you were getting with the label on the tin, but these days it could mean absolutely anything. There's so many subgenres and it's all divided and split that how can you put a name on it? You just can't really.
There's two types of music.
Good music and bad music.
And that, to me, that's all it is. And even that is down to personal taste.
Exactly,
I mean,
yeah.
what I think is utter rubbish.
Yeah.
Quite a few of our DJs play here on Rock 247, but there you go. I mean, it's rock. Everybody thinks of rock and tends to put it in like 3 or 4 different pigeonholes. And it just isn't that way.
No.
We've got lots and lots of shows playing lots and lots of different styles. And to be honest, we don't like them all. And wouldn't the world be a boring place?
No, that's it.
Anyway, huge thanks for coming in this afternoon, guys.
Thanks very much,
Pleasure.
Paul.
Thanks a lot,
It's been fantastic to meet you. Great,
been
really
fun.
is. Thank you.
Fantastic to meet you guys as well. Looking forward to seeing you live. There's a couple of people that we might put you in touch with for some dates.
Great.
Very
Mick.
nice, thank you.
Mick, if you're listening, Kingston, you had the Peel, mate. Yeah, would go down quite well, this band, I think, mate. And also, of course, Martin up at the Classic Rock Society in Rotherham. Wath-on-Dearn, they use a hall there now, which is rather splendid.
Excellent.
So,
Always wanted to go there, I have to say.
well, I'd like to find it first, but
Well, yeah.
that's me off the guest list for Saturday. Best luck with everything you do.
Thank you.
And, looking forward to hear the second album,
Yeah, so we.
if it's ready.
During about 2013,
Can I just get a little plug in for
Yeah, go for it.
something? We've just signed for a European distribution deal with a French record label. So we're really looking forward over the next sort of 2 months. The album, and we've got an EP as well that we released a little while ago, which we mentioned. But all that should be available on iTunes and Napster and all the main download sites. So hopefully from there, profile raising and whatnot, we should.
If you want to buy an album, you can go to our website, buy it around right now.
That's it. What's the website address? Plug. Whores that we are.
TheDreamingTree.co.uk. That's www.thedreamingtree.co.uk.
And a rather flash website it is too. I feel that on this morning.
Thanks to Hannah, Chrissy's partner, for that. Thank you.
Righty. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
I'll leave you with this one. This is, he says, hopefully you're all there ever was.